Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Empress Views. I'm so happy that you're here with me this afternoon. We are going to make a simple bread recipe, and I will take you through the ingredients and we will take it step by step. Hope you enjoy. Try this for your family, they will sure enjoy it. Okay, here we have our dough hook that we're going to use with our stand mixer. We have 1.5 cups of warm water, should be warm to the touch, and we have 1 packet of yeast. Here we have 1 teaspoonful of salt, 2 tablespoonfuls of vegetable oil, and 2 tablespoonfuls of white sugar, or some call it caster sugar. First, we are going to pour our yeast into our warm water. And I'm going to use a spoon. I have a whisk that I use, but I'm going to use a spoon today. Give it a whisk. Mix it around. Make sure it's well incorporated. Try breaking up all of the pieces of yeast that you see floating at the top. And then to that, we're going to add our 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar. Now the sugar acts as an aid to activate the yeast so that it can rise up. And once you see the yeast start rising and little bubbles start coming at the top, you will know that your yeast is good. It's not old, because if it's old it would not work. Also, if the water is too cold, it will not work. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a warm place for 5 minutes and we'll be right back. Okay folks, that's our timer. So we're going to take our yeast, and this is what the yeast looks like. It got all foamy. And I forgot to mention the star of the show. We have here in the mixer 4 cups of all-purpose flour. So we are going to first, before we enter the yeast mixture, we are going to put our 1 teaspoon of salt in with the flour, and we're going to give it a mix just to incorporate it. Okay, that should be enough. And we make a well, and we're going to pour our yeast mixture, have a good look, into our flour. Okay. Very good. Now we're going to go in with our 2 tablespoonfuls of vegetable oil. And that's it for ingredients. Now what we're going to do, we're going to close the mixer down, lock it into place, and we're going to start on low, combining the flour and the wet ingredients. And what we're looking for is for the flour and the wet ingredients to form a ball. And once we see it starts clumping together as one ball, we're going to turn the mixer up on 2. And from there, we're going to knead the dough for 8 minutes. And we can already see that the dough is coming together nicely. And once that gets into one ball, that's when we're going to turn up our mixer. Okay? Making bread has become a fun pastime of mine. I enjoy doing this. And I have a lot of different types of bread recipes, croissant recipes, and even cookies. I have lots and lots of recipes. So we're gonna have fun on Empress Views. Please view my channel and like, if you like what you see, like, comment, and share so we can get the recipes out and other families can have fun making bread for their family. Okay, if you see, it's basically all of the loose flour has come together. So now what we're going to do from here, we're going to turn up the mixer and then we're going to let it go for 8 minutes. And after that 8 minutes, I'll show you what it looks like. We'll probably look at it around halfway through just to show you the different consistencies. As you can see, everything is all lumpy right now, nothing looking smooth. At the end, we're going to have a nice smooth dough ball. Turn it up. Okay. I'm gonna let it go and I'll be right back. Okay folks, at halfway in, we're gonna check the dough and I'll show you what it looks like. This is at 4 minutes in. If you notice, it's not smooth, but it has come together very well. And you know, it can come off of the hook. You're gonna take it down and we're going to continue kneading for another 4 minutes, or 8 minutes total. As you can see, it's a little gummy still. And at the end of the 8 minutes, you'll see a big difference, okay? So I'm gonna close the lid down again, lock it into place, and I'm going to let it continue until we get to 8 minutes, okay? Another good indicator that we look for when making dough is if you can look in the bowl, you notice that the dough has lifted away from the sides. The sides of the bowl are getting pretty clean. That's a good indicator that your dough has the perfect amount of ingredients. Okay folks, there goes our 8-minute timer. I'm going to shut that off, put that at the side, and we're going to stop our machine, unlock it, and we're going to lift it up. Now, if you look at the dough, and I'm going to give you a closer look, it's a lot different than where we were at 4 minutes, okay? And I'm going to also show you the indicator where we know our dough is perfect and we know our dough is done, has been mixed enough, the gluten has developed. Let me take this off. Oops, sorry. And if you can see, let me reach in and take it out. Okay, I'll put it here. If you look in the bowl, there's barely anything in there. All of this, while it was spinning, was all one ball. So you can see that we have had perfect dough made because almost everything is gone from the sides. So much clean that we're going to put the dough to rest in this same container. But what I want to show you how good the dough is. You see all that? Look at that. You can knead it for a while. You can also give it a little hand kneading. That's always good. Okay? You pull, turn in, push away from you, push in, turn, pull up, and push out. Okay? And look at that. Perfect dough. Look at that. Now, we also have another check we can do where you can push your finger in like that, make a hole, and if the dough bounces back, see, doesn't stay down, it comes right back. All right, So we have perfect dough. So now what we're going to do, we're going to grease the bowl. I'm going to get a little bit of vegetable oil. And I'm going to put just a little. And I'm going to grease the bowl. And what this does is, as the dough rises, it will not stick to the bowl, which would make it very easy when we're ready to take it out. I'm going to need just a little more. Okay? Because we have to also make sure we're greasing up the sides, because the dough is going to rise from the bottom and it's going to make its way all the way to the top. Okay? So we take our dough and we place it. Now my camera wants to fall in on me. Now let's fix that. Okay. All right. So we're gonna put it in. Make sure it gets coated. Turn it over like that, and we can put it here. Because my kitchen is pretty warm today. It's really, really hot. My kitchen is warm, but you can also put it in the microwave, not with the microwave on, just to keep draft from coming in. And my windows are almost down. It's hot, but at the same time, I didn't want anything get blown down while I was presenting. So the kitchen is really warm enough to help the dough to rise, okay? So 1 minute, I'm gonna get me a towel to cover the dough. Okay, I'm gonna cover the dough just like that, and I'm gonna leave it right here because, like I said, my kitchen is so warm today. That will do the trick. So I'm gonna let this dough rise. It's gonna take an hour, so we'll meet you back in an hour's time.